Axion. What is Axion? Axion is an emerging global monetary system, designed to increase the purchasing power of their ecosystem participants. This is unlike traditional monetary policy where mass inflation is used to primarily fund corporate bailouts, when new currency is added to the ecosystem, and a negligible amount of it goes to the people. The purchasing power of the population diminishes significantly year over year. Axion changes this oligarchy dynamic by generating interest daily directly to the network participants through fixed inflation. Imagine if the interest from the Federal Reserve went directly into your savings account. This is what Axion offers through its certificate of deposit system. Axion is the answer to our global financial markets that are on the brink of disaster. The original solution to this impending collapse was Bitcoin, a decentralized peer-to-peer currency. However, since its inception, certain aspects of Bitcoin, such as lack of speed and high fees, have shifted Bitcoin into more of a store of value than a currency. Axion is the currency to address that. Axion features better staking. Axion inflation rate is 8% per year. All tokens purchased through buybacks are distributed directly to stakers. This will increase the staking rewards dramatically. 100% of inflation is paid out to stakers. The stakers earn proportional to their stake. Daily auctions. Every day, users can bid ETH into the daily auction pool to purchase Axion. How much Axion they earn is directly proportional to how much they put in compared to the rest of the pool. If you put in 10% of the ETH for that day, you earn 10% of the Axion in the pool. All daily auction entries are automatically staked for a 14-day period. 0x2 daily auctions. Axion features. The Axion in the auction pool comes from unconverted Axion, late free claims. Every week HEX 2T holders waits to convert to Axion. A cumulative 2% of their balance is added into the auction pool. Portions penalized from late over limit HEX free claims are added to the auction pool. More details on HEX free claims can be found in section 0x4, early exit and late withdrawal fees. If you end your stake ahead of the committed time period, you pay a penalty that goes to the auction pool. If you don't withdraw after your stake is completed, you pay a penalty that goes to the auction pool. Minimum auction bid. Minimum auction bid is a daily auction price protection mechanic that restricts too much AXN from being distributed through daily auctions for a comparatively low amount of ETH. Initial minimum bid equals 7-day average price of HEX 2T before mainnet launches minus 10%. Taking into account self-referrals, Uniswap pricing would have to surpass a 40% discount in order to make Uniswap the better option for acquiring AXN. Thus auctions should remain optimal for a majority of users. Optimal pricing of auctions results in more buybacks, staking, and general system participation. Example, current AXN price on Uniswap is 1.5 mil AXN/ETH. There is 10 mil AXN for auction today and 10 ETH enters the auction. That would be considered above minimum bid by this example's current Uniswap rates, so it would pass untouched. Each ETH bid in this example would get 1 mil AXN. If the next auction day, current AXN price on Uniswap is still 1.5 mil AXN/ETH, and 10 mil AXN was up for auction but only 1 ETH entered the auction, that would surpass minimum bid rate and the extra AXN would be passed to later auctions. The 1 ETH bid in this situation would receive 1,650,000 AXN. The other 8,350,000 AXN would be passed to a later auction. Free claims for HEX holders. While the two projects are not officially affiliated, we applaud HEX for their innovation of certificates of deposits, and bringing this financial instrument to cryptocurrency. 0x4 free claims for HEX holders. While HEX may have been the first mover in this specific application, we saw that there was inequality in the HEX system in regards to both the staking rewards and the ETH auctions. In the interest of transparency and community-centric ideals, our system fixes the problems we have identified and puts the community above all else. HEX free claims will be available over a 350-day period, beginning at launch of mainnet, day number 1. Each ETH address containing HEX on snapshot date, staked or unstaked, will be able to claim to receive free Axion up to 1-to-1 or 100% of your HEX balance with a maximum cap of 10 million tokens. Day number 1 claims will begin at a rate of 100% of your HEX balance, with each successive week decreasing by cumulative 2%, 0.2857% penalty applied daily. Example: if your ETH address contained HEX balance of 100,000 and you choose to claim on day number 1, you will receive 100,000 Axion and no Axion will be sent to the auction pool. If you wait to claim until day number 14, you would receive 96% or 96,000 Axion and remaining 4,000 Axion would be sent to the auction pool. Day number 21 equals 94%, day number 28 equals 92%, and so on. If you missed the available free claim period, after day number 350, you would receive 0% or 0 Axion and all of your free claim amount would be sent to the auction pool. Penalty formula: penalty equals HEX plus shares amount, days since free claim starts /350. You choose which day to claim, 1 to 350 0.01% to 0.2857%, but you only claim once for any given address. Regardless of which week you choose to activate your free claim, the Axion received will be auto-staked for 1 year from the claim. So the faster you claim, the earlier your staking rewards begin. Conversely, the longer you wait to claim, the lesser percent of the token you receive, between 100% to 0%, and the longer the delay in being able to collect staking rewards. Snapshot for HEX free claims was taken May 28, 2020. So whatever the HEX balance was in any given address on that date is what is available by the address key holder to free claim against. Plan your moves wisely. Expected return. One of the key differences between Axion and HEX is the inflation rate. With an inflation rate of 8% versus 3.69%, this leads to over twice the returns for the user. Not combining the other improvements, such as the buybacks, which will lead to higher prices of Axion. The graph above is a rough estimate of how much more incentive Axion provides versus HEX, based on inflation alone. Axion deep dive cont. Axion v. HEX. Here are the main key points behind the differences between Axion and HEX. For every staking period, 80% of the ETH amount that is used to purchase Axion in the daily auctions is used to buy back Axion tokens from exchanges, which are then distributed to stakers in proportion to their stakes. This will lead to a boost in the token economy and will provide higher incentives to stakers. Axion has doubled the network inflation of HEX, 8% versus 3.69%. This leads to twice the ROI alone for Axion. In the first year, approximately 40 billion AXN will be distributed to stakers proportionately to their stake. 8% is the network inflation rate. If you were the only staker, you'd earn all 40 BAXN. 100% of the inflation is paid out to Axion holders and can be seen completely transparently on the blockchain. 100% of all token penalties are sent to auctions, which in turn benefits stakers. Unlike HEX, where only 50% of penalties go to stakers, and the other 50% goes to the founder owns no tokens. Yes, the founder owns no tokens. Tokens are used for community incentives, and auction ETH is used to buy back tokens and distribute to stakers. Axon adoption. Axon will accelerate adoption by welcoming HEX holders to the Axon ecosystem. HEX holders will be able to free claim AXN at a 1-to-1 ratio for every HEX they hold, or have staked. This is capped at 10M AXN per HEX holder. Anything over 10M goes to the auction pool. To get their free AXN, HEX holders need to manually free claim AXN tokens. Every week that these coins go unclaimed, the amount of coins that an individual can claim decreases by 2%. Penalized coins from late free claims then go into an auction where people can bid for them. 80% of the ETH amount used to bid for the AXN from the daily auctions is used to buy back more tokens from exchanges like expressed above, and the founder receives the other 20% of the bidder's compensation here. This is a unique format for compensation for the founder and shows that only as a result of long-term success of the project can the founder reap his/her capital appreciation. Axion